Thank you. I hope your level of concentration has gone up. Firstly, I'd like to broach the subject of reading. Remember I spoke about your attitude to reading? We have a vast majority of children who, even up to grade 12, who have problems with reading. Now, in order for you to read anything, you've been given a worksheet. In order to read anything, you need to have the right attitude to read. You need to appreciate what you are about to read. When a student gets a worksheet, they do this. Oh, again? You already shut your brain off. So appreciation is important. Please, we need to do that today. Then we read for information. When you go to the shop, you read the label because you want to know how much something costs. When you are looking at a newspaper, some of you look at the pictures only, but it's understandable that if you learn from that picture, it's good. But everybody must focus on vocabulary. It's so important. Evaluation. Remember Dr. Rufus spoke about assessment? Somebody has to assess you because they cannot read your mind. So when they give you a comprehension passage, they're going to give you questions that go with it. Reading for meaning. How many of you read books? Beautiful. Excellent. Is it only the study material? How many of you read for enjoyment? Wonderful. We've got a good crowd. Good. So my comprehension is going to be A+, right? Yes? When you read through the passage, you must get the general idea. Looking at the topic, who can tell me what the passage is about? Let's see, who's bold enough to answer? Come on, it's there. The topic is there. Oh. Concentrate. There we go. Young man, thank you so much.
Do you want to tell us what it is?
I think it's about how things are in the 21st century.
With who?
The youth.
The youth. And who's the youth, guys?
Us.
Yes. So don't you think I picked a topic that you like? Yes, I did say yes. Okay. So, effective strategies when you're looking at that worksheet. The first thing you have to do is read quickly. Why? To get the overall picture. What do you do next? You read carefully. How many of you, the minute you get the examination paper, you get to the question and you're answering it? Today we're going to change that. Okay? That is the incorrect way. Yes, you've been doing it. Yes, it may have helped you. But today you're going to try it the correct way. Where you read, you look at the questions, you read carefully. Now, if you are an auditory learner, it's going to be a little hard because you want to hear it. But the visual learner will take a highlighter and start highlighting. What are we highlighting? What are we highlighting? Anyone? Yes. The main ideas. You are looking for the key words. Now, I was nice enough to highlight a few words there, but in an exam, they're not going to do that for you. Okay? So, you read the full passage, you look for keywords, you find the answers. Doesn't that sound simple? Is it not? Let's try it. You got 5 minutes. We're going to read together. Do we have 3 very bold people who'd like to read passage 1, passage 2, and passage 3? And the rest of you will follow in your worksheet. What you can do while we are waiting is write your name on the sheet, because I plan on marking the exercise. Oh, yes. And please give me neat writing, not like doctor's writing. Okay? Who's reading for us? Passage number 1, please. Thank you.
The youth in crisis, coming of age in the 21st century. Youth is hard to define. While UN legal standards consider individuals under 18 as children, youth is usually understood as a much looser concept, generally encompassing the age group 15 to 24. Others consider age-based definitions arbitrary due to cultural differences. Some argue that Western definitions of age do not align with non-Western definitions of childhood and youth. In traditional African societies, for instance, youth includes younger ages such as 12 and older ages up to 35.
Thank you very much. Now, you are going to look at the title, the heading. There's no subheadings there, but in your test, you may have subheadings. Now, in your own page, on paragraph 1, can you please underline the words that you think are important? Not the whole passage. While you are highlighting, let me point out that in every paragraph there is a topic sentence. That topic sentence gives you a brief idea of what the balance of the paragraph is about. You even do that when you are doing composition writing or letter writing, where you focus your ideas onto a particular paragraph. Are we ready for reader 2? Thank you. You may begin.
One can hardly speak about youth as a uniform category when across the world the disparity of access to resources and lifestyles between different groups of youth is so different. In many parts of the world, young people are still suffering from hunger as well as a lack of access to education, health services, and job opportunities. To a large extent, the quality of life for the next generation and society will depend on how today's young people manage their transition to economic dependence in difficult environments.
Thank you so much. Right, I've got, read the questions, look carefully at the question words. Now you may turn over or on page 2. The question words are explain, give, choose, justifiable, passage and cartoon, look at the cartoon, explain the irony. All of you finished, read all the questions. I only read the question words. You need to read the questions. Now, here's a little tip. Usually when the examiner sets the paper, they usually ask questions in the correct order. So if you found the answer to number 1 and you didn't find the answer for number 2, but you proceeded to number 3 and you found the answer, the examiner found the answer in between 1 and 3. So don't look at the whole passage. Look in between. They try as far as possible to ask the questions in the correct order. Are you going to remember that when you sit for the next test? Especially when you sit for this one. Okay? Right. So, follow the mark allocation. Are you looking at the mark allocation? Number 1 has how many marks? 1. Excellent. But number 4 has 2. So are you going to give me just a one-word answer for number 4? Then you'll only get the 1 mark. Do you want to lose the other mark? No. You must try to source every mark you can get. Don't be lazy. If it asks for you to justify, justify. If it asks for you to explain, you explain. Next paragraph. Reader 3, thank you. Do you have a mic?
The frustration of youth is all the more
Poignant.
than when thousands of young people in developing nations are denied upward socio-economic mobility without the opportunity to become productive. Young people find themselves in a permanent limbo, waiting for a chance to gain economic independence and psychological maturity. When lacking opportunities and means of expression, young people become
Susceptible.
susceptible to violence, a display of their wish to become more powerful and have access to the material goods they crave. Out of work and out of school, many young people have to cope with their lives in environments that offer insufficient incentives, for them to feel their future is secure.
Thank you so much for that. How many of you have an overall view of what the passages say? Come, guys. Just one person? Okay, who can summarize for me? Let's get someone to summarize to help the others. We are helping you. Are we shy or are we not understanding the passage? Would you like to try, young man? Just the first paragraph. Come. Okay, we are looking at youth is hard to define. They're speaking about age. Tell me what they are saying.
So they're basically saying the youth consists of people from the ages of 15 to 24.
Yes. Continue.
And then they later say, in traditional African societies, the youth consists of younger ages such as 12 and older ages up to 35.
Yes, okay. What does that mean? Guys, what does that mean? It means that the youth has different age groups for different groups of people. Remember they spoke about culturally? If you live in a society where they think that up to 24 is the youth, another society decides, no, we're going up to 35. Does it make it clearer now? Yes? A response would be good. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, let's look at the second one. The word disparity means difference in treatment. Usually the treatment is unfair. Who can summarize the second paragraph for us? They speak about disparity and they speak about the quality of life. Remember, you are the youth. They are speaking about you, and they are speaking about the youth that don't have the resources that you have. Who can help us summarize quickly? Thank you, young man. Let's go.
From what I'm getting, it's they basically putting so as you said, there's differences in like the opportunities that some have. So some are suffering from like still hunger and lack of access to education, health,
Very good.
job opportunities, and then so they basically showing that the opportunities that they have or like the access that they have to certain basic needs can determine the quality of life that they can have in the future. So like the youth, in terms of the quality of life that they enjoy today, can determine the future generation.
Thank you so much. Okay, so who are the ones that determine the future generations? It's in that same paragraph. Must I give you line reference too? Ooh. Line 5 and line 6, second paragraph. Let's see whose hand goes up first. Thank you. Today's
youth determines the future of life.
Okay, the answer is correct, but I want it from the text. Your answer is correct.
To a large extent, the quality of life for the next generation in society will depend on how today's young people manage their transition to economic independence in difficult environments.
Thank you for the sentence. What's the answer? Today's young people. Thank you, young people. Awesome. Okay, let's quickly look at the cartoon before we start answering. I can see you are so eager to begin. Let's look at the cartoon. Who's in the cartoon is what you need to work out. You also need to read the speech bubble and read the newspaper that is being held. You notice how we gave you a colored cartoon? So visual learners, we catered for you. Okay? Can we say that everybody is ready to begin? Oh, a little enthusiasm. Are we ready to begin? Awesome. You may begin. Write the answers here, and I was not joking when I said I am marking it. Thank you. You may begin. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope you've learned some skills that you can apply in your classroom, in a test situation, or even in your matric exams. Now remember, this was just the tip of the iceberg. This is not everything. If you need to improve your reading, your comprehension, and the way you answer questions, this practice needs to become a habit. So I thank you. Have a blessed day further.